Okay, I am back, you guys. As you can tell, I do have a Mass Effect screen going on my TV. I'm going to put my phone down right quick. Alright, so you guys are going to be seeing black for quite a bit. Because I am getting, my fingers are cold. And I don't know if you guys can hear me very well. You are on my knee. My phone is on my knee. Back to what I was saying is, after you do the Rachni quest from my part 1, you will then need to go to, I'm trying to think. There's another location you need to go to after that. You can't just... So after you go to the next location, after you finish that map, I can't remember. Hang on, I'm actually gonna do something. So I am back. Sorry about that. I was checking something. After you defeat Benezia and you go to the next section, and you complete that section. I don't know if there's anything big in that section. If you remember, comment below, and let me know, because it's been so long since I played, I can't remember. And then after that, you have to head to if I'm correct. Yeah, you head to Virmire to stop Saren. Hopefully to stop him there. But what you find out is there are, he's trying to cure the Krogan genophage, which was set down by the Turians and the Salarians after the Rachni War, which they brought the... what is Rex? Krogan. After they brought the Krogan up in intelligence and basically threw them at the Rachni and said, here, go destroy these guys. And because Krogan women literally they don't do eggs. They give birth to at least 10 to 12 offspring. The males have 2 wing dang doodles. Don't ask me how that works. And they have 4 testicles. Should I label this before I started? This is not PG-13. Anyway. And then Rex is gonna try to go against you. And if you're smart enough and you have enough Paragon, you can actually convince him that these are not real Krogan. These are just brainwashed Krogans. Checking to see what time it is. Sorry, I heard a door open. I'm home alone. My boyfriend is at work. And normally I'm not uber paranoid about being home alone. It's just that every so often we have a police helicopter flying around the apartment complex, which is Searchlight. But I'll get into that after the video. Anyway, so after you do that and convince him, you have to now split up your team. You have to pick who's going with Kirrahe, who happens to be the Salarian leader, or who's going with Kirrahe and who's going with you. What I do is I always take Garrus and Rex with me, and I send Kaidan with Kirrahe. Because if you've ever tried to stay and fight out the bomb section, like I have tried, I have died so many fucking times. It's not even serious. Pardon my language. Okay, so, what happens is, after you put the bomb down, you fight your way there, you put the bomb down, I'm also checking out my window, because I could see out my windows right now. So, once you put the bomb down, you literally are on your way to help, Kirihee and whoever you managed to put over there. Literally what I do is I leave Ashley at the bomb site and I go and I save Kirihee because he's a valuable asset for later on in the games. And Ashley dies in the blast. And then from there, you literally go to, y'all are sad, you go to the next area, you get to choose who you fall in love with. For the first one, literally, Liara is the only female at that point that you can actually romance. Excuse me. I always ended up dating Kaden. I tried it. Did I really do it with Garrus first try? No, not until the second one you can actually do anything with Garrus. Spoiler for Mass Effect 2 talk. So you get a little love scene with whoever you manage to bond with. And then from there, you catch up with Saren, you fight your way through to the location, then you get stopped by these barriers. So you're like, oh crap, where am I gonna go? So you go down this elevator, and you get like little more bits and pieces to the, oh wait, I remember the next mission. Okay, fly back just a little bit to after you defeat Benezia. You have to literally go to another planet and you have to defeat the Thorian. Now with the Thorian is a giant sentient plant who releases spores to brainwash people. So you have to fight your way through that. You have to try not to kill the colonists that are protecting the Thorian, which honestly is hard. I've accidentally killed about one or two. It's not like you could just hit them with your gun and knock them out. Like, you hit them with your gun, they gonna die. So, after you defeat the Thorian, which is a big old whole puzzle in itself, then you go to, Virmire, then you're at Ilos. Back to Ilos and the elevator. When you go down the elevator, you're gonna walk straight to this terminal. And you're gonna talk to Vigil. And he's gonna relay more information, of what happened. And how they managed to at least give them more time this time around for the Reapers to not just be like, we gotta you in the ass. So, what they did is the Keepers are what controls the mass relay, which the Citadel itself is just a giant mass relay to deep space where all these Reapers are hiding. And the Reapers are made up of whatever species that it was that they were harvesting at that point. I'll say harvest because it sounds a bit better than eradicated. So from there, you get back in the Mako, which honestly, I was driving the Mako and my dad was watching me at one point. And because sometimes you have to use the camera and the actual analog sticks, because I play on the Xbox, to move it. And the way the terrain was and how pixelated the graphics were at the time, it made my dad so super nauseous. Anyway, so from there, as you're keeping driving, you can see these stasis pods on the walls, and those are Protheans. Vigil was in charge of all these stasis pods to try and keep them alive until the Reapers receded back into dark space. But the Reapers are meticulous about it. It took them so long to eradicate all sentient life that the stasis pods started failing. That Vigil was starting to lose power, and so he had to shut off certain stasis pods, like starting with non-important personnel, and then little, like just like civilians and stuff like that, then non-important personnel, then somewhat, until literally almost all of them are dead. And there's no pods left alive. So you have to imagine, you pull one down, pop that crap open, whoo! It's gonna smell worse than rotten eggs. Or some of the smells that come out of my boyfriend. Anyway, you keep going. You're fighting your way to a mass relay. So literally, your time to get to the mass relay. I have never been more panicked in my life, because literally, you don't have time to stop and shoot things. You are literally getting blasted at by Geth, which I'll explain in this third, and when I talk about Mass Effect 3, because there's more Geth story there in that one. Excuse me. Woo! Anyway, I literally bookmarked the Mako as fast as it can go, straight to that mass relay. The mass relay takes me all the way back to the Citadel. And then from there, you have to try to stop Saren and Sovereign, which is a Reaper classification of a ship, from opening the relay manually. So, backwards towards Virmire. As you're fighting Saren, literally Saren says, I'm in control, not them. Not the Reapers. And you're like, So anyway, from there, you go and you fight. You're literally walking as you go through up an elevator to try to get to the council section. The elevator stops, so you have to break the glass, and now you are literally like free walking all the way to literally the council chambers. And literally when you get there, you can see Sovereign on, I don't know what to call it. It looks like freaking the monument of Bill Clinton. It looks like that. That's all I'm gonna say. Because that's exactly what it looks like. So you're walking. You have to fight Geth. You have to fight the turrets. You have to... Literally, you were just getting bombarded at this point. And when you make it there, literally, I've actually been high enough in my Paragon. Fuck it, I'll let it go a little longer. I've been high enough in my Paragon to where I've actually been able to convince Saren to shoot himself. And from there, literally, you tell your teammates, go make sure he's dead. Now, if you have Garrus and Rex on your team like I do, Garrus, the most badass motherfucker on your team besides Rex, literally just stands there and unloads like 3 bullets. 3 rounds into his head. Just to make sure he's dead. And then from there, literally, the Citadel rocks. You fall. Now you and your squad mates have to fight a repanized mechanical version of Saren. And that motherfucker just jumps. It's like playing fucking Frogger. You know? Or, what's one creature? Crap, I can't remember what they're called, but they're from Dead Space. Wow. Don't get me started on that game. So, literally he's hopping, and you're trying to shoot him, and literally you get like maybe 3 rounds into him, then he moves, and then you have to, literally, I've wasted most of the clips in my weapons, and I just started throwing my skills at him because it just got to the point to where I could not pick up any more, because my weapons would overheat. And I got so tired of it, I just started chucking spells and using my weapons at the same time. Which is what you're technically supposed to do. But some of the times, it made no sense. But from there, literally, you get a... what's it called? A radio from the Destiny Ascension, which is the Council ship, stating that they are under heavy attack. The Council is on board. They need help. Now, because Joker is coming in with the Normandy and the rest of the human fleet, if you want to be nice and have a boost with them in the next few games, I save the Council. You don't have to, but I do. Which does good in your favor as well. Lungs. Anyway, so I save the Destiny Ascension. I'm gonna go ahead and do a part 3. I didn't know how long this was gonna take, but I'll see y'all later.